Yo, what's the word? It's your boy 16. If you like the content on this channel, I want to ask you like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to click that bell for post notifications. Also, I got a website at www.16shotonvisuals.com. But that's enough of me talking. Let's get to what y'all came to see. What's the word? Let people know we got on 16 Shot on Visuals.
Yo, it's Jilla, aka Jim Shoe Jew, representing the Wise Guys. What's good?
For sure. First things I want to ask you, is like the meaning of your name and where it came from.
My rap name or my clothing name?
Well, we can talk about both, shit.
Okay, my rap name, my name Julian, my real name Julian. So we just split the Julian up. Everybody used to call me Juju, but we just switched it over to Jilla. A lot of the guys in the hood just calling me Jilla, so I just put the Jew in front of it, Jilla. Simple. And the clothing line just come from making wise choices. I had one before, but it was kind of like off. So I changed it up just to do wise shit, make better decisions. So I came up with 2 Y's. And it's TOOWISC, but I used the letter twice, so it's just 2 Y's, like a little different meaning to it.
Yeah. So how long have you had the clothing line?
I had 2 Y's since like 2016. I think I had it like 2016. And it's been getting better. It's a movement. It's a movement, especially south side, south suburbs. It's a movement, but it move around.
So where exactly are you from in the city?
Well, I'm from 90th and Ashland. Yeah.
You had a history out west too or something like that?
Yeah, I grew up out west too. I grew up in a lot of places actually. I grew up all over the city, but I was born and raised in the village out west. On 14th in the projects, and then when I was about 12, 13, I moved out south.
So how was it coming up in those areas, like starting with out west?
Out west for me, well, the projects, it was kind of like, I don't know, it's like I kind of breezed through the projects because the projects like a family, like everybody know everybody. Everybody like a family. You don't really go by like hoods or nothing when you're in a project building. Like you got your different project buildings, but you go by your last name. Somebody know your family. And so that kind of was like a breeze. You got your crazy stuff you seen, but it was more so like a cool breeze.
So like as a kid, what were some things you could say you were into? Like around that age when you was in the projects?
In the projects, just simple kid shit, playing basketball, regular old kid shit, wrestling, video games, just regular kid shit, all in the projects.
So did things change when you went out south to like?
Yeah. Well, I went from the projects to the west side. I went to K-Town. So I moved in K-Town with one of my aunties. And K-Town was a little bit different too, because it had like its rough side to it. But it was still cool. It was still friendly. Like west side more so when I was younger was friendly. It was more so a cool little place to be. You ain't really have to watch no cars or think about no different hoods or shit. But yeah, when I got out south, a lot of things changed because it was a whole different mentality. I learned what GDs was, what Stones was, Vice Lords, and I never knew none of that shit coming from out west. But out south, you had to learn it and watch cars and certain blocks you can't walk on. So yes, it was a difference to me.
So like once you moved that way, did the things that you were into change, or you kind of was into the same?
Oh yeah, no, things I was into was changing, especially because my life was changing too. You feel me? Yeah, I think we all go through our little shit. So I was kind of in the midst of going through my shit, and then in the midst of meeting new people, and then you get in the midst of in that concrete jungle. So shit kind of change up, and yeah, I could say the things I got into changed.
How would you say your upbringing molded you to like the person you are today?
I would say it made me really ready for anything. Everything I've been through kind of made me ready for anything the streets had to throw at me.
So growing up that way, did you ever lose anybody close to you?
Oh yeah, I lost a lot of friends.
Like the first close death that affected you the most? You mind speaking on that?
Well, I ain't gonna say it affected me because I was too young, but I can say it had a big effect on my life growing up. That was my father. My father died when I was like 18 months old.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so you know, you can't feel it when you young, but when you coming up and you looking for that fatherly advice or something, you can never get it. It got an effect on you.
Yeah. So do you feel like growing up without a father, it affected the way you came up, like in a negative way or positive, or could it be both?
I say both. I say both. I say in a negative way because you look for that information as a kid. When it comes to a situation for you to be a man or go through some man shit, coming to them teenage, them maturity years or them years when you supposed to be doing man shit or learning man shit, you know, I ain't had nobody to look to. I had to go search for that. But in a positive way because I had to go search for that. You know what I'm saying? And I went to go look for it. And I found what I was looking for. But you learned your lessons finding what you was looking for. Because it's the street. You can look to your homies. You can look to the books. You gonna look, but you gonna learn from everybody you look to. Yeah.
So is there anybody who like you looked up to since you didn't have that father figure?
Oh yeah, my oldest brother, born home, big breed. A couple people, but mostly in books. Me reading books, Malcolm X, and I got the Malcolm tatted. You feel me? The Bruce Lees, because I was into a lot of books, just people I look up to, but really my brothers, my older brothers. I got 3 older brothers, so I was always looking up to them, trying to do what they was doing.
What age did you get into books?
I've been reading books for a minute because our punishment was reading books. When you got in trouble at the crib and shit, you couldn't go out. You had to sit in the room and read a book, make like a report for my mom and shit.
So like when you was getting that as a punishment, was there ever a time where like you found the book that you actually liked? Or did it really feel like a punishment every time?
Nah, it felt like punishment. 'Cause you a motherfucking kid, you like, shit, I want to play the game. I want to go out, I want to ride a bike or some shit, but you in that bitch reading a book, and it's a book of your mama choice and shit. But it hooked me up with learning and comprehending words, vocabulary, all that. Yeah.
So how do you feel about like the current state of like the Chicago music scene?
I feel like it could be better, and not saying the music, cause I think with music comes evolution. So like the evolution of like drill rapping, you know what I'm saying? The shit that's popping out. I think it's hard. I think it's that new wave, the light on Chicago. Yeah. But the fact that Chicago separated in a way, and that real Chicago sound like that Common, Kanye, Bump J, can't mix with the it can mix with it, but it don't mix with it. It's like separated. You got your different sides. You might have your West Side rappers and your South Side rappers, but everybody don't get along like that. I feel like it can be better, but I love what's going on in Chicago.
Yeah. So do you feel like Chicago like inspire the rest of the world when it comes to like, well, not even just music, just a lot of things?
Everything. Yeah, I think a lot of places look to Chicago for fashion now, music, even the way they bang, the way we bang. People want to bang the way we bang. You got GDs everywhere, and that's a Chicago thing. Yeah. You got Stones everywhere. And not to say, you know what I'm saying, not to knock none of the other gangs that was created other places, but it's just a different way when you in Chicago. It's a certain kind of swing to Chicago that people want to, you know what I'm saying, put in their life.
So, you know, what about the city you think makes people gravitate towards how we are?
I think it's just everything, our culture. The culture we got, especially the culture in our people, from rap music to dance to from just everything, the way we are. Mogs be straight kings and queens and don't know. Yeah. But Mogs be hood too, and people be wanting that lifestyle. While everybody don't wanna connect with it when it's really time to do something or when it's finna affect you actively in your face, but everybody want to be a part of it. It look good from the outside looking in to them.
Yeah, for sure. So which artists can you say like you relate to or might inspire you, if any?
I ain't gonna lie, I got a old school rappers. I wouldn't even say old school, legend rappers, classic rappers. Nas my favorite rapper. AZ, one of my favorite rappers. Rakim. Big Pun, Big L. But I like new shit too. Kendrick's, Cole's, Mick Jenkins from the city. Julian Love from the city. Of course, all the wise guys, all my brothers and them. I'm inspired by all the music that come on, but it's just a certain lane I like to hear. Yeah. When you lyrical and you tough, you know, I fuck with that.
So is there any like new school rappers from the city that's like lyrical that you fuck with?
Julian Love, Mick Jenkins, man, it's a couple I done heard. I can't remember their names right off back right now, but yeah, it's some people who hard in the city. You just gotta dig through, you gotta find it, cause everybody looking for that drill sound right now.
Yeah.
That's what they want. So it's like even myself, like I would say I'm a lyrical rapper. But most people looking for that drill shit when I come into a show until they see me perform. Then they like, damn, this shit nice. You just gotta bring that crowd in.
So you have people compare you to rappers like Jay-Z?
I think more so in the sound, how I sound when I rap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody, that's what I get the most. Everybody say I sound like Jay-Z. I got it like all through my comments and shit. That's what people say.
Is it the delivery or the actual like the sound, like the voice?
I think it's my voice. That's what I don't hear it, but that's what everybody say. I think it's more so just in the voice.
You had a cypher back in like 2017 with Panamera P, AMG Fresh, and Hard Knock.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How was that?
That was dope. Rest in peace, AMG Fresh.
For sure, RP Fresh.
Yeah, it was dope as hell, man. Just a bunch of Chicago mobs with flow, you know, spitting bars, and it was just it was dope because, you know, everybody got that competition inside the studio. Yeah. And we all think we the coldest. So, you know, I think it was dope as hell. I wish we could have did more work, me and AMG. You know what I'm saying? But, you know.
So are you interested in doing any more cypher shit like that?
Yeah, because I feel like cypher's like old school hip hop. Like get inside the ring with other rappers, see who can spit, turn on the beat, and everybody just rap. That used to let everybody know who was the best rapper. So I'm into that type of shit.
So if I was to ask you on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident were you on your music, what would you say?
I'm gonna say a 20, definitely.
For sure. So if I was to ask you to spit right now, you could come with it?
Yeah, I can flow a little something.
I bet, let's get it.
Leave them bleeding like a cycle. Face shot gave him the sweet chin music. Shawn Michaels. Bloody scenes like Quentin Tarantino hanging out the van window with an Andre Karolinko. I'm going in to the block page. Catch a body, make the stock raise and post it on my ops page. Shooting guard, but my team shooter. SBA for 10 bands and spent it all up in Dream Jewelers. It'll be coming soon. Y'all will be able to hit the rest of it.
For sure. So, you know, if you had a chance to set up another cypher, who would the artists include?
Nut G, Woo-Wah-Wah, shout out to Nut G. Julian Love, he a spitter. Hard Knock, cause he just a spitter. Panamera. I ain't gonna even lie, so it's a couple, any rapper you probably seen me on the feature with, I'll probably throw in a cypher.
Oh yeah.
Just because that's how we are. We all competitive like that. We go in the studio trying to crush each other.
So what's your feelings on like the music industry as a whole? Not like the Chicago industry, but the whole.
I don't know, I got mixed feelings, but I can't really speak too much on it because I ain't never been in the industry to see for myself.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I don't really want to talk about what I don't know too much about, what I ain't seen myself. But from what I can see, it look like a business game. I feel like if you're gonna get into the music industry, you better know your business.
Yeah.
Because you can't treat the street like you treat business. You feel me? It ain't gonna work out the same way. So if I do get into the industry, I want to know my business because I don't want to mix both.
Yeah, that's the important part. You know, it's a lot of people that's talented, and they don't really capitalize because they don't know that.
Right.
They get used.
Yeah, and they play them out their money. You know, that's playing like, it's like somebody playing with your life on the street. You ain't gonna play about that.
Yeah.
You feel me? But when you get into these offices, now you didn't sign papers. So it's kind of like you signing over to let them play with your life. Oh, you ain't gonna do it this way. All right, well, you can't do nothing. And I don't want to mix in that kind of way.
So, like, do you feel like you have a certain purpose in the music industry? Like, is there some things you want to accomplish or change or?
Yeah, I just want to open the lane back up for hip hop, for raw, straight hip hop, for realness, morals, loyalty, just that hard boss spitting.
Yeah.
I just want that to come back. I feel like it's in the game, but you know, it's slowly creeping back in. But that's the lane I want to sit in. You feel me? It ain't really about, for me, it ain't about like getting no Grammy or, you know what I'm saying, walking home with a bunch of trophies. I just want Mox to hear my story and, you know, feel where I'm coming from.
So is somebody like Montana 300 type of artist you fuck with? Cause you know he lyrical.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't really listened to too much of his stuff.
Yeah.
To really like get into him and like judge the music. I heard like a couple freestyles and he was spitting on the freestyles, but artists that really catch my eye, I probably listen to everything. And that's probably who I'm gonna think lyrical. But I can't say I really dove into his catalog to be like, yeah, he's super lyrical.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So you know, what motivates you to do music nowadays?
Man, lots of shit. My brothers, my family, my daughter, you know what I'm saying? Just the life I done been through. And I feel like it's younger cats under me who need to hear the stuff we went through for the stuff they going through right now.
So you know, what would be some things that you would tell like the youth that was watching this, that was probably like coming up from the hood or might be thinking about jumping into this shit?
Don't be afraid to be different. Take your time. Don't follow the crowd. Follow your own path. Listen to yourself, your true self. Be peaceful, man. Be peaceful when you got to, and war when you got to. And if you gonna war hard.
For sure. I like how when you gave the advice, you ain't really try like control a motherfucker. Like, do this, do what I say. Like, you know, you told him, like, be yourself.
Yeah, because that's all you can do, you know? And a lot of us go lose ourselves trying to be like the next man. Yeah. And that's one thing I ain't really trying to mix in, being the next man. You know, I got my lane. What I spit about is what I spit about, like, and you got your people who gonna like it, and you got your people who gonna hate it, you know? And I done heard people say that, like, man, that ain't the kind of music I rock with. And I'm like, cool. You feel me? But it might be the kind of music they brother rock with or they father or mama, whatever. You feel me? This just ain't meant for them.
So, you know, coming up, where you came up at, like, was there any like crazy stories you could talk about that you went through or shit you witnessed?
I ain't gonna talk about no stories in depth, like nothing we did or nothing like that.
Yeah, nothing like that.
Yeah, but it's same crazy stories. Gang banging. I come from a gangster neighborhood, a GD neighborhood. So and right around me is GD neighborhoods, lower neighborhoods, Stone neighborhoods. So yo, regular everyday stuff, banging, shooting, killing. The everyday shit I think a regular Chicago person see, and it ain't cool. And a lot of us numb to it, but everything I think you can think of under the sun in the neighborhood that people get trauma from, I done been through or seen. I just say that.
Yeah. So you know, with you having like a GD upbringing, shit like that, like does it bother you that like it's like a trend to kind of like disrespect GDs, not only Chicago but almost like worldwide now in the music industry?
I don't really pay attention to silly shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know that's silly shit. That's like for show shit. It's made up. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the reality of what go on in Chicago. You feel me? You got your wars and shit that go on, but you ain't gonna see no motherfucker disrespecting no GDs like that in a room full of GDs. It's not gonna happen. Not in the, I'ma say in a room full of the right GDs, cause you got people who just out here in shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't even understand the literature of what they in. You know what I'm saying? What's some motherfuckers who understand the literature of what they in no matter what the room is. In a room full of stones who know their literature, you ain't finna disrespect no stones. I don't care what you is. If in a room full of BDs who know the lit, you ain't finna say no BDK. I don't care what you is. In a room full of GDs, the same way, who know they lit, who serious, you ain't gonna hear one person say no GDK shit because they know what come with that.
So you know, with all this shit going on, like have you ever been in like Cook County jail, shit like that?
Yeah, I've been in the county, not for a long time, but I've been in Cook County.
You notice the difference, like how it's more, well, it depends on where you at though, but depending on where you at, it'd be more structured versus out here.
Yeah, because all the mobs who was out here and there. And then it's like,
they kick it with each other. The people that's into it outside, they under one
kick
love.
it, they tight. Yeah. My brother locked up. My brother been locked up 15 years. You know what I'm saying? For attempt. You feel me? So, and my brother done seen the same motherfuckers we done been into it with out here, inside, and linked on a mental level. And then you got to ask yourself the question, what we was fighting for? Over some shit where none of our mamas own the land. You know what I'm saying? Your daddy don't even own this house. My mama don't own her house. Whole time I'll kill you if you step on this side. You feel me? And you will kill me if I step on that side. But now we don't got that. We don't got that line outside. We ain't free to run around. Now we just locked in this cage together. So you got to sit and talk to me. You got to get to know me. And once you get to know me, you might change your mind.
Do you feel like the industry may be like blackballing some artists from Chicago? And if so, why?
I feel like if you a gangster, you might get a little, it's gonna be harder for you to get in the game. I don't think nobody can blackball you. Even if somebody mainstream, and yeah, they got paper, they sing, it's cool. But if I'm underground, and I'm still getting the same views, and I own my shit, you might be under a label. I might own my shit though, everything to my shit. We got the same paper. On the industry level to the crowd though, you look richer. You look like you doing better than me. Our pockets might be the same. It's certain niggas out here with the same shit industry rappers got. People who y'all think mainstream is people out here with the same kind of cash. Chains, the same cars, same apartments, fucking the same hoes.
Heavy on the same hoes.
You feel me? What's really the difference? You feel me? Besides them coming across your TV screen. Yeah.
So you got any like albums or EPs, shit like that you want to mention that people can check out?
Yeah, I just dropped 4 tapes 2020, so I dropped Visualz 2 with Nut G. I dropped Well With You. I dropped Bird's Eye View, which was my favorite. Then I dropped a tape called 9190. And I also got Clocks Ticking. I got Visualz 1, and I got Windy City Blues. I got a lot of tape, but I feel like I'm one of them slept on artists. I'm like an underground artist in Chicago. You probably ain't heard of me, but once you hear me, I guarantee you gonna listen to something else.
For sure. Yeah. So that the 2 Ys, is that also like a label too, or?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what determines if you like sign an artist? Is it more like a close knit thing, or is it just a talent thing, or?
It's just more so a talent thing. because it's close knit right now, just because we've been doing this for so long. You know what I'm saying? This is what we came up for. But we got Damo, which is our female artist. Shout out to Damo. Damo really just came on with us for like the last year and a half, almost 2 years, and it was just about her talent, about her hustle. You know what I'm saying? About how real she was. So we locked her in.
So, you know, before we close out, is there anything else you want to bring up? Messages, shout outs, anything?
Yeah, of course I'm gonna shout out my daughter, Journey. Shout out my family. I'm gonna shout out 90th. And I'm gonna shout out all the Chicago rappers, man. Everybody doing their thing. And I just wanna let people know, check out Jilla, man. Check me out. Don't just listen to the interview and then go listen to one song and then think you heard me, you know what I'm saying? Check out an actual tape, listen to what I'm saying, put it in your system. Feel that shit in your system. And then if you don't fuck with it, you know, cool. Leave that shit alone. But if you do, you know what I'm saying, support. Rock with an artist.
So what would be like a good first time song if somebody was just discovering for the first time that you want on there?
I got a song called Top 2 Not 2. And I feel like it's because I'm top 2 rappers in the city. But I don't feel like I'm number 2 though.
Oh yeah.
Real shit.
So let the people know how to get up with you on social media.
My social media on Twitter, on Instagram is Jimshoeju, GYMSHOEJU, Jimshoeju. And then my Facebook is Douglas Julian, but you don't gotta go on my Facebook because I keep that for family. Just go to Instagram and look up the Jimshoeju. I got the clothing link in there for the gear. I got music all over it. That's what's mostly on my page, music. And just check me out, Joe.
Okay. Keep on working, bro.
Yes, sir. Love, bro.
Love.
I appreciate you for having me on here too, bro.
No problem.